Wilson. I've got a cocktail card to share with you today. It uses our cocktail background. I wanted to show you a different sort of idea you can use it with. Here are the dies we'll be using for today's video. The happy hour background, the cocktail glasses, and I've cut some frames with the double pierced squares from the Noble collection, both set A and set B. There we go. So I've done a bit of this ahead of time, and what I've done is I've cut the cocktail background in black and white, and I've cut it into 3 sections. There's some nice little stitch lines that gives you a really nice little guide. So the black one I've done top and bottom and backed it with white, and the one in the middle I've done white and backed it with black. So you have a little bit of a reverse going. I've added a bit of mounting foam, and I'm going to put these onto another piece of card and just separate them ever so slightly. Put them right there, about right here, just giving a nice, about a 1/4 inch separation between them roughly. There we go. And here. So you've got just a different background that you can do. You can also add just borders with these, use them as strip at a time if you like. Now the other thing I've done is I've cut a frame and I've backed it with a piece of vellum, okay? A multi-layer frame. I've used both the white and the black here, and I'm just going to pop that right over the top. So I think I'll just use a bit of Dries clear glue on it. And just lay that right over the top, sort of centering it. There we go. Catch just the top and the bottom edge. Give that a second. I've got a little bit of extra card under here. I'm just going to trim away. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm going to give that a second to set up. I'll set this over here for the moment, and we're going to work forward to our cocktail glasses. Now I've cut both the Cosmopolitan and the Margarita glass in white. So I'm going to bring in some tumbled glass and a smoothie. And we're going to just add a little bit on the base of them because that's the part we want to look white. There we go. Okay. And I've gone ahead and cut them both in a pale green and a pale pink. So I'm going to nip away the bottom on both of these and just use the top portion. So that and that. Just follow the sort of embossed line around there. And we were going to put those into place over the original, like so. Give that a second for the glue to set up. A little bit on the pink one. Pop that right over. Let me get a hold of that and line it up nice and straight. There we go. And I'm going to bring in just a little bit of ink. So I've got some Shabby Shutters distressing for our Margarita. And I'm just going to catch the edge of the glass a little bit all the way around. Give it that real Margarita color. There we go. And for the other one, I've chosen some spun sugar. Same thing. We're just going to bring it around. A little bit of ink around the edge on a smoothie all the way around it. There we go. And on this side. So next what I've done is I've added a little bit of what I call a sugar rim to the top of it. So I'm going to bring this over. We'll do the Margarita with some glue. And I'm going to put a very hefty little line of glue across the top of this. And rather than just using ice snow on this, I'm going to set that for a second, I've got some ice flake and some ice snow just to give it a little bit chunkier of a look. So I'm going to bring in a few pieces of the ice flake, which is much larger. Just add them across the top and then get under that and bring in some of the ice snow. In fact, we'll do that right over the container. And that'll fill in all the leftover bit of glue there. Okay, so you can see when that dries, it's going to give it a nice little chunky look. In fact, I'll show you exactly what it'll look like dry. So I've got both of these two done. I've done the pink glass exactly the same way. So I've got a really nice little chunky look. So it looks like it's got a bit of salt around the rim from the margarita or sugar on the other glass. Now I want to accent both of these too. So I've cut a lime and I've added a tiny bit of the Shabby Shutters around the edge there. And I'm going to put a little teeny slit in it and bring my glue back over. In fact, we're going to put a little bit on the edge there. Just hold that into place so you have a little lime going off the edge. I've also got a straw and an umbrella. We can put those two into place, and I've got a bit of mounting foam back here. I can probably catch that on my mounting foam. Straw off the edge and a umbrella going this way, and I'll put a little teeny bit of glue and that'll hold it in place behind the lime. There we go. Give that a second. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. And for the other glass, I've got a blue straw, so we'll pop that into place, coming off the top of that. And I've cut a cherry and just add a little bit of a brown on the stem there. Tiny bit of glue on the bottom of the cherry. And we can put that in place so it looks like it's just floating on the top of the glass there. Give that a second. So I'm going to bring back my background here, and we'll use some Dries clear glue around the edge. I've got a background done with the white and the black to bring all those tones in place. Give that a second. And I love the way the vellum just softens that background, but you can still see it. It just isn't overwhelming. I'm going to give you a quick measurement. The overall card size is 7.5 inches square, yes. And then this topper piece with the frames is 6 1/8 square. So now we're going to add our drinks. I'm going to pop the margarita up into the top here, and a little bit of mounting foam on the base, just ever so slightly. There we go. Put that right up to the top on the edge. The little pina colada down in this corner. There we go. And I've gone ahead and I've cut the cheers and stacked them up for stability, and I've done them out of black. We're going to really make them pop. So I'm going to bring in a piece of copy paper here, take my tweezers and just get the very tip of that. I'm going to give it a quick spray. Pop it down, and with the polished silk glitter called Black Onyx, we're going to give it a nice shimmer. There we go. Tap all that off. And I'll tell you what, I'll just set that over here for the moment. And you can see you've got a really, really nice shimmer to this. And I'm just going to give it a quick spray on the back. And we'll seat that right in the middle of our card. And there you have it, a really lovely cheers card, just for any friend. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and when more are loaded on, you'll be the first to get the emails.